Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address centenary celebrations of Visva-Bharati University today. West Bengal Governor and Union Education Minister to be present on the occasion. Various farmer organizations express support for new farm laws. Handover letter of support signed by over 3,13,000 farmers to Union Agriculture Minister. Temperatures likely to drop today after Northwest India witnesses brief relief. Air Quality Commission directs strict enforcement of dust control measures to curb air pollution. India's active caseload continues to retreat with daily recoveries exceeding daily new cases. Many states ensure additional vigilance in view of new coronavirus strain. In Britain, over 40 countries ban travel from UK. Pfizer-US strike $2 billion COVID-19 vaccine deal. Meanwhile, Canada approves Moderna vaccine. Britain approves use of COVID-19 self-test kit. National Consumer Rights Day observed today. Country also remembers iconic singer Mohammed Rafi on his birth anniversary. Besides, preparations on in full swing on the eve of Christmas Day. Hello and welcome to this edition of the news. I'm Rukma in our top story. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the centenary celebrations of the Visva-Bharati University, Shanti Niketan, today via video conferencing. The Governor of West Bengal and Union Education Minister will also be present on the occasion. Founded by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore in 1921, Visva-Bharati is also the oldest central university in the country. In May 1951, Visva-Bharati was declared a central university and an institution of national importance by an act of parliament. The university followed the pedagogy devised by Gurudev Tagore, though gradually it evolved in the format in which modern universities developed elsewhere. The Prime Minister is the Chancellor of the university. And various farmer organizations expressed their support for the farm reform laws and met Agriculture Minister, handing over a letter of support signed by nearly 3,13,000 of them. Agriculture Minister reiterates the government's commitment to solving every problem faced by farmers. National Farmers' Day was observed across the country yesterday, marking the birth anniversary of former Prime Minister Chaudhry Charan Singh. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said he hoped that farmers will withdraw their agitation soon.
The agitation of the farmers who are protesting for their demands on different borders of the capital Delhi continues. At the same time, many farmer organizations have also come out in support of the new agricultural laws. A delegation of farmers in favor of the new farm reform laws met the Agriculture Minister on Wednesday. Under the banner of CNRI, they handed over the letters of support signed by more than 3 lakh farmers. After meeting the farmers, the Agriculture Minister said that these laws have been drafted after several rounds of discussion and the farmers and various organizations across the country are supporting it.
सभी विद्वानों के मतानुसार भी ये कृषि सुधार कानून लाए गए हैं। आज देश में देश का अधिकांश भाग कानूनों का समर्थन कर रहा है। मैं पूरी तरह आशावान हूं कि हमारे किसान यूनियंस चर्चा करेंगे। भारत सरकार पूरी तरह वार्ता के लिए उनके साथ तैयार है और मुझे पूरी आशा है कि जल्दी ही वो विचार करके निर्णय करके हम तक इसकी सूचना देंगे और हम तत्परता से उनसे वार्ता करेंगे और मुझे आशा है कि हम लोग समाधान की ओर अग्रसर होंगे।
In the meeting with the Agriculture Minister, the farmers said that the farmers' law is in interest of agriculture. The farmers said that the new laws are in the interest of agriculture and should not be withdrawn.
पूरा एक बार इसको सभी को समझना चाहिए, पढ़ना चाहिए और उसमें जहाँ तक हमारी संभावना है वो लाभ की है संभावना, किसानों के लिए लाभ का है ये कानून।
नहीं, हमें लगता है कि जो अभी कानून बन रहा है उसमें फायदा ज़्यादा होगा और मंडियाँ तो बंद नहीं होने वाली है।
सरकार जो कर रही है वो सही है, मंडियों में सुधार होना चाहिए।
National Farmers Day was celebrated on Wednesday to mark the birth anniversary of Chaudhry Charan Singh, the 5th Prime Minister of India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi remembered former Prime Minister on his birth anniversary. He tweeted and said, "Humble tributes to the former Prime Minister Chaudhry Charan Singh Ji on his birth anniversary. He remained devoted to the development of villages and farmers throughout his life, for which he will always be remembered." Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh also said in a tweet, Chaudhry Charan Singh wanted that the income of farmers of the country should increase, their crops should get remunerative prices, and the honor of farmers should be protected. With this as inspiration, many steps are being taken in the interest of farmers under the leadership of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Some farmers are agitated about the agricultural laws. The government is talking to them with full sensitivity. I hope that they will withdraw their movement soon. UP CM Yogi Adityanath garlanded the statue of former Prime Minister on the occasion of Farmers' Day, paying tributes to him. Meanwhile, on the occasion of the Good Governance Day on 25th December, 9 crore farmers will be given 18,000 crore directly in their account under the Prime Minister Kisan Samman Nidhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be the chief guest at this event and will interact with farmers.
9 करोड़ किसानों को 18,000 करोड़ रुपया एक बटन दबाकर 2 घंटे के भीतर 9 करोड़ किसानों को उनके अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर किया जाएगा। इस कार्यक्रम में मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी रहेंगे।
In midst of all this, demonstrations by farmers continued on the borders of Delhi. Farmers are adamant on their demand to repeal all 3 laws. The people of Noida and Ghaziabad are facing a lot of difficulties due to this agitation. With inputs from Ajay Vikram Singh in Delhi and Lucknow Bureau, DD India.
And farmers across the country continue to yield the benefits from the new agricultural laws introduced by the centre. They are able to sell their produce anywhere and at their own price. Farmers from Anantapur district who are cultivating chilies stand as an example. Farmers from Avludatla village sold the crop at an unprecedented price according to them. Farmers express their happiness for being able to sell crops at a higher price than before.
We are cultivating chilies since long time and we used to sell it for low prices. But now the agricultural bill brought by the central government facilitated us to sell our crop at Karnataka market, and I sold the crop at 36,999 rupees, which was more than the old prices. Bills brought by the central government are definitely going to benefit us.
We grow chilies every year. We should to get a price of 7 to 8,000 only. This time we got to sell at 32,000 rupees. Bill introduced by central government are beneficiary for the farmers. We should our crop at Karnataka market at rupees 32,000.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will virtually release the next installment of financial benefit under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi or PM Kisan tomorrow. With a push of a button, the Prime Minister will enable the transfer of over 18,000 crore rupees to over 9 crore beneficiary farmer families. PM Modi will also have a conversation with farmers from 6 different states during the event. They will share their experiences with Pradhan Mantri Kisan and also on various other initiatives taken by the government for the welfare of farmers. Union Agriculture Minister will also be present on the occasion. Under the PM Kisan scheme, a financial benefit of 6,000 rupees per year is provided to the eligible beneficiary farmers, payable in 3 equal 4 monthly installments of 2,000 rupees each. The fund is transferred directly to the bank accounts of the beneficiaries. In view of the ongoing farmer protests in the borders adjoining Delhi, Haryana and UP, Delhi Traffic Police have issued an advisory for people to avoid congestion and opt for other alternative routes. From today onwards, for borders adjoining Delhi, Haryana, Singhu, Auchandi, Piau, Maniari, Saboli and Mangesh borders are being closed. Alternate routes available are from Lampur, Safiabad, Palla and Singhu school toll tax borders. Meanwhile, traffic has been diverted from Mukarba and GTK Road and people are advised to avoid Outer Ring Road, GTK Road and NH 44. Also, Chilla, Ghazipur borders adjoining Delhi, Uttar Pradesh are also closed for traffic coming from Noida and Ghaziabad to Delhi. People have been advised to take alternate routes for coming to Delhi via Anand Vihar, DND, Apsara, Bhopra and Loni borders. After a brief relief yesterday, the cold wave continues today in northwest India, including Punjab, Haryana, Delhi NCR and Uttar Pradesh. Temperatures below normal will remain even further because cold winds will continue to move in the coming days from the western and northwesterly directions. Very dense fog conditions have been observed in isolated pockets over Punjab and West Uttar Pradesh and dense fog conditions in isolated pockets over Delhi and East Uttar Pradesh today. Meanwhile, an active western disturbance is coming in near Jammu and Kashmir around the 26th of December, due to which the weather is likely to be active in North India by the 28th of December. A circulation may also develop over the plains due to the effect of the western disturbance. It is estimated that on 26 and 27 December, there may be rain and snowfall in some places in J&K, Himachal Pradesh, Ladakh and Uttarakhand. The Commission of Air Quality Management in Delhi NCR and adjoining areas yesterday reviewed the deteriorating air quality situation. It has directed strict enforcement of dust control measures to curb air pollution in Delhi NCR. It said that strict action must be taken against violators of construction demolition waste rules and guidelines. The body also issued statutory directions to various pollution control boards to constitute teams for the same. It also issued directions to levy environment compensation charge from violators. Dust emanating from construction and demolition activities continues to be a major source of air pollution throughout the year. Such activities generate significant amounts of dust, adversely impacting air quality by raising PM 2.5 and PM 10 levels. And let's now take a look at updates on COVID-19 from across the country. 29,791 recoveries were made yesterday. Taking the cumulative total of recovered patients to 96,93,173. With this, the recovery rate currently stands at 95.75%. India's three-pronged strategy of test, trace and treat is proving to be a success. The fatality rate has dropped to 1.45%, with 1,46,756 deaths recorded so far. The number of active COVID-19 cases in India stands at 2,83,849, which is 2.80% of total cases reported so far. According to the Indian Council of Medical Research, a total of 16 crore 53 lakh 8,366 samples have been tested for COVID-19 so far. Of these, 10 lakh 39,645 samples were tested yesterday. And over 40 countries have suspended travel from Britain in a bid to contain a fast-spreading new strain of coronavirus. Flights from the UK are also being suspended to territories across the world, including Spain, India and Hong Kong. India has suspended all flights until December 31st, with anyone arriving from Britain on transit flights to be tested. And Pfizer and BioNTech have reached a deal with the United States government to supply the US with 100 million additional doses of their COVID vaccine. Under the new agreement, Pfizer will deliver an additional 70 million doses by the end of June, with 30 million to follow by the end of July, bringing the total number of doses to 200 million for a total price of about $4 billion. The deal comes after growing concern that the US government had not done enough to secure doses of one of the two authorized vaccines. Pfizer's two-dose vaccine, developed with German partner BioNTech, is being rolled out across the United States after the short-term emergency use authorization earlier this month. The country has also authorized a vaccine from Moderna, Inc. Meanwhile, Canada has approved Moderna, Inc.'s coronavirus vaccine. Canada will receive up to 168,000 doses of the vaccine by the end of the year. By January 31st, it should have almost 1.2 million doses from both Moderna and Pfizer. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced that it would extend a 72-hour ban on passenger flights from Britain to January 6th, citing a new and more infectious variant of COVID-19. Canada has recorded a total of 14,425 deaths and 5,21,509 cases of the virus so far. The UK has approved using a COVID-19 self-test kit to detect asymptomatic cases. The government said it wants to start mass testing people as part of the strategy to track and trace infections, with cases spiking and as it battles the new variant. Meanwhile, the United Kingdom has detected another new variant of the virus in contacts of cases who have travelled from South Africa. UK Health Minister Matt Hancock said that a mutated strain of the virus is spreading fast, and the government has imposed immediate restrictions on travel from South Africa, and people who return from South Africa are being quarantined. Again in the UK, the government will place the highest level of social restrictions in more parts of southern England as a new virus variant pushes the number of cases to a record level. New areas will be put under Tier 4 lockdown from December 26, while other areas across the country currently in lower tiers would also face tighter curbs. Meanwhile, governments in Scotland and Northern Ireland have already announced new lockdown measures with the highest level of restrictions after Christmas. The UK reported nearly 40,000 new infections as the mutated variant of the virus, with record number of new deaths which were highest since April. And let's now take a look at updates on COVID-19 from across the world. The pandemic continues to loom around the world, infecting more than 7.90 lakh people worldwide, while the tally of recoveries has crossed 5.56 lakhs. The virus has claimed over 36,000 lives globally. The United States remains the worst affected, with more than 1.89 lakh cases of infection and over 3,34,000 fatalities, followed by Brazil in terms of the death toll, where around 1,89,000 lives have been lost due to the COVID pandemic. And Delhi's Sundar Nursery, the 90-acre garden, has been restored after a decade-long conservation work. It has bagged the UNESCO Asia Pacific Award for Cultural Heritage Conservation this year. Let's take a look at this special report.
The iconic location, situated adjacent to the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Humayun's tomb, was listed in the 100 greatest places to visit by the Time magazine in 2018, the year when it was opened to public. The monuments here boast of a splendid architecture, and 6 monuments housed in the complex of Sundar Nursery have made it to the UNESCO World Heritage List.
पिछले 10-1 साल में ये सब काम हुआ है. इसमें अनगिनत कारीगर काम किए हैं. स्टोन कार्वर्स, कारपेंटर्स, मेसन्स, प्लास्टरर्स. नक्काशी जो थी पुरानी, बिल्कुल वही मटेरियल यूज़ करके दोबारा किया गया है. और ये हमारे लिए बहुत गर्व की बात है, बहुत एक रिलीफ है कि यूनेस्को जैसी संस्था ने इसके ऊपर रिकग्निशन किया है, इसको रिकग्नाइज किया है कि इस एफर्ट को, और कहा है कि this is the bar for conservation in India.
The landscape harmoniously integrates an ensemble of medieval monuments like serais, tombs, gateways, with garden settings, century-old trees and water bodies. Soon after one enters, the monument of Sundar Bhuj comes into the sight. The path leading up to it is bright with rows of colorful flowers on one side and with glistening water of fountains and canals on the opposite side. Following the path, then one encounters the restored pond and a rose garden located in front of the Lakarwala Burj, whose lofty dome rises above canopy of trees. There are also 30 species of medicinal herbs and model farming zones within the park. Sundar Nursery offers tranquility along with the options of various activities.
सुंदरनगर नर्सरी पार्क जो है ये बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत मज़ा आया और इतना खुला है और इसके अंदर अलग अलग गार्डन्स, फाउंटेन्स, अलग अलग बिल्डिंग्स, गुम्मतें हैं, उससे बहुत ही अच्छा लगा.
It is a very well developed initiative by the government, I would say. And it's a mixture of tradition and modernistic art, because there are small little gardens, private, which look like private spaces. Everybody, and especially in the era of COVID, you get a lot of peace and privacy because you have these small little garden. The landscape is such that you get privacy even when you are sitting in a public space.
Families enjoy picnics on leisurely afternoons, enjoy cuisines made from organic food in the cafeteria. Nature lovers venture into the mini forest to catch a glimpse of peacocks, and the weekly market of organic and natural products adds a vibrant shopping experience to the visitors of the urban oasis. Sundar Nursery is a serene place in the heart of Delhi that will surely win your heart. Do come here with your friends and family to enjoy nature. Take a walk in the galleries of history and catch a break from the urban routine. With cameraman Sandeep, this is Ekta from DD News.
Union Sports and Youth Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju yesterday flagged off the 917-kilometer-long Brahmaputra Amantran Abhiyan in Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. The campaign is a river rafting expedition and public outreach program organized by the Ministry of Jal Shakti with the government of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam and NDRF. The participants of the Abhiyan are also creating awareness towards Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao campaign of the government. At the event, Union Minister praised the efforts of NDRF members for their successful conduct of the rafting expedition. He added that Prime Minister Modi has accorded top priority for water conservation and made an appeal to respect the rivers, which are our source of civilization and life.
एनडीआरएफ टीम को बधाई देता हूं। ब्रह्मपुत्र आमंत्रण अभियान में पूरा ऑर्गेनाइज किया, जल शक्ति मंत्रालय को साथ दिया और हम लोग को सबको देखभाल करके पूरा इस यात्रा को मैनेज कर रहे हैं। देश में चाहे बाढ़ आए, चाहे तूफान, चाहे अर्थक्वेक, चाहे किसी भी प्रकार का प्राकृतिक आपदा आता है तो एनडीआरएफ टीम सबसे पहले पहुंचता है।
And the Board of Control for Cricket in India members will meet today for their 89th annual general meeting in Ahmedabad with quite a few important topics to discuss. BCCI President Saurav Ganguly and Secretary Jay Shah will chair the meet to discuss about adding two new teams to the IPL from 2022, tax exemption for the 2021 T20 World Cup, inclusion of cricket for the Olympics, among other topics. The AGM will also see the appointment of Rajiv Shukla as the BCCI's Vice President after being put forth as the unanimous choice. Brajesh Patel will also continue to head the IPL Governing Council. National Consumer Rights Day is being observed today. The day provides an opportunity for individuals to highlight the importance of the consumer movement and the need to make every consumer more aware of their rights and responsibilities. This year's theme is Sustainable Consumer. The focus is thus on the global crisis of climate change and biodiversity loss. The theme also talks about the consumer movement and how they can make lifestyle changes to play their part, what governments and businesses must do to form sustainability as the easy choice for consumers. It is to be noted that World Consumer Rights Day is observed on the 15th of March annually. Today also marks the birth anniversary of one of our greatest legends of music, Mohammed Rafi. The legendary singer was known for his versatility and range of voice, which left an indelible mark in the hearts of his fans and the music-loving public of India. Mohammad Rafi playbacked for several Bollywood films. He was known for his mesmerizing tracks, having recorded nearly 7,405 songs in all genres. Rafi recorded his first Hindi song in the year 1945. Christmas will be celebrated tomorrow, commemorating the birth of Jesus Christ. In view of the COVID pandemic, governments across the globe have urged Christian communities to celebrate the festival as simply as they can. People have been advised to avoid social visits and family get-togethers. Also, Christmas shopping has been advised to be restricted to minimal essentials and avoid crowding in markets. Well, from all of us here at DD India, here's wishing all our viewers a very Merry Christmas on the eve of Christmas. Thanks for watching this edition of the news. Namaskar.